Tomes of the Chaos Bard. I am your Dungeon Master, Dave, and to the left we have...
Henley.
Pedro.
Lila and Garotha.
Roscoe.
And Fenrir.
I was trying to figure out how to do it in a Lila voice and I couldn't.
Well, let's get started on that note. I do like how there's like that mean, gruff Fenrir now.
Fenrir.
It's raging.
Fen. That's Fen.
That's
What is
Fen.
that?
Just Fen. It's not Fenrir, it's Fen.
Are you sure you don't have split personality going on over there? Because I've got multiple.
Remember, different personas.
Possibly.
He's a bard.
Who's the real Fenrir?
All right, he has this.
Find
the
out
bard.
next time.
And
That's
that's
the episode, guys. Thanks for listening. Okay, we have a recap from Lila and Garotha. What happened last episode?
So, last episode, we made it from Gibsonwell to Glendale. We talked for a minute, and Henley got us all decided that we needed to go see the minister. Her name is Veronica. Part of the way through talking to her husband, Lionel? I don't know, something. I wasn't paying much attention. He showed up and said that he didn't really need our help with something, with these, what we think, rare creatures, big creatures that have been bothering the town. She also pointed us in what we think might be a contact for horses that Eldon, Henley, and Fenrir decided to go off and do that, and Lila, stupidly, decided it was a good idea to hand Fenrir the money that we found, which I don't know why I even care. It's blood money. But I will be counting that, and all 272 pieces better be there when it comes back.
What if there's 273?
I will gladly hand that one back. We agreed to spend the next day or so trying to help out Glendale with getting this taken care of.
All right, that was a good recap. Thank you. We are going to hit Henley and Fenrir. Henley, you know who Alden is. You know he's a very good horse trainer. He trains a lot of the farm horses, so he has some Clydesdales and some draft horses up there that help plow fields, work horses. He also trains riding horses, and you know that he trains them all year round, and then he sends a bunch of them to Avalon to be sold, especially around the time it's, the yearly celebration of when Avalon was established. You do know that he is a half-elf. He's on the older side, a little gruff, but he has heavy features of an elf. You guys travel up north. It's a pretty nice day. A little breeze, keep you cool in the warm sun. It's still on the cooler side. And you guys make it to the ranch. And you do see an elderly gentleman in the field. Seems to be has a rope, and he's kind of having the horse run around him as he's holding onto the horse as it runs around him. And action.
Do I recognize that it's Eldon?
As you grow closer, indeed it is Eldon.
Eldon, it's me, Henley.
Henley! Yes, come. What can I do for you, young lady?
We're looking to get some horses. Ours were killed by some gnolls.
Yes, I do have some horses for sale. And they're about 100 silver pieces.
100 silver each?
100 silver each. That's just for the horse.
What about the tack?
Oh, it depends on what kind of tack you want.
How much would it cost if we rid this town of that creature?
Well, honestly, the creature's none of my concern. Hasn't bothered me none.
Is there any kind of deal you can give us?
And he starts slowing down the horse, brings it in closer, unhooks it, takes the bridle off, and then kind of shoos the horse away and makes his way over to you. Actually, there is something that you can do for me. I know there's been a few, since the Trigrovan and stuff been going around, I need a little extra muscle to protect my horses on the way to Avalon. If you guys need some horses, it's just the two of you,
No, we have 3 more in our party.
that might do. If the 5 of you two and the 3 of your friends, act as muscle to help my hands take them to Avalon, I'll give you 2 horses and the saddles and the equipment go with them.
For free?
For free as payment as helping them up there. Or you could buy one. Your choice.
When is your hand leaving?
They need to be leaving in the next day or 2. The celebration down in Avalon is going to be happening in the next 2 weeks. And I like to get them up there early so they can get nice and settled for when the customers come.
I'll turn to Fenrir. That seems like Roscoe would really like this plan.
I agree. I think we should take him up on his offer. We can spend the next day or so trying to track down this monster. And if we don't find, we head up with the hand back up to Avalon.
That works for me.
Can we plan to leave the morning after next?
That seems like a good plan to me. Consider yourselves hired.
Thank you, Eldon. Is there anything else we can do for you?
No, Henley. We're doing just fine. And you tell your mother that the clothes she made fit mighty nice.
I will. Thank you.
Best regards.
Farewell.
Fenrir's going to walk up to Eldon
Okay.
and whisper into his ear, not wanting Henley to listen. Do you got a thing for Henley's mom?
Excuse me?
I think that is a no.
I am a happily married man, sir.
Oh!
My
you
bad.
can excuse yourself.
My bad. Sorry, sir. Do you know anyone who is?
You best be leaving my property.
I'm sorry, sir. I shouldn't have asked that. And then walk away.
Darn right, you shouldn't be poking in other people's business. Gives a whistle and here comes a dog. Okay, he's just staring you down as you walk away. Okay.
What
over here like, no
what
regrets,
was that
no
all
regrets.
about?
Nothing.
Okay.
He's probably not going to like me very much, though.
What did you say?
Well, just by the way he talked about your mom, I kind of asked if he had a thing for her.
Oh.
I didn't realize he was a married man. I would have never asked if he would have. I knew he would have been married, but it just the way he was talking about the clothes and everything. I just got the wrong impression. I didn't really know what to do, and so
Yeah,
I kind of made him mad.
Best not talk to him ever again. He's happily married.
Ever.
And now I know.
You could have asked.
I did.
That would have been a better lead than what I did, but
Okay, we'll just head back.
Okay. So, Roscoe, you're gathering the group together that was in the city, Boudreaux and Lionel, heading out to meet halfway Henley and Fenrir. You guys meet up, and you guys start heading directly to the Clintons. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The wind is slightly starting to pick up, so it's starting to get a little cooler. You arrive at the Clintons. As you walk in, you notice that their back fence, the fence that goes along the tree line, is just in shambles. And you see a group of people, you know them as the Clinton family, kind of repairing their fence.
I will jog up to them. Hey there, Clintons.
Huh? Oh, Henley! What are you doing back in town?
Well, we heard there was some trouble about.
Yeah, there's this This is Brenton. You know him as the dad of the Clintons. Yeah, this creature just keeps coming in and taking our livestock. I've already lost 30 head, 50 head. It just keeps coming in, and they can't figure out how to stop the beast.
That's terrible. And it broke your fences?
Oh yeah, this thing was massive. We all hid inside because we didn't want to get killed. Man, this just proves that we need to go to Gibson Grove. This place is way too dangerous. There's too many Trigovan goblins walking around. We're getting ready to pack up and leave.
There's goblins here too?
Well, there's goblins everywhere. Of course, they haven't attacked here yet, but they're gonna. And I'm not gonna be here when it happens.
Do I know that he's a little bit of a hysteric person?
He is. He's blows things out of proportion.
Okay.
Especially when he's under stress.
So I roll my eyes a little bit.
And every time something goes wrong, he talks about moving to Gibson Grove, which is just another, if you continue east towards the mountains, it's another establishment against the mountains, other farmers there.
Can you show me? I know you're repairing your fences here, but do you know where it entered? Let me get a look.
Yeah. Go wherever the fence is broken. You'll find evidence of the beast.
Does he seem to attack every night?
Almost every night. Like, he'll take, this creature will take, 5 to 10 of my livestock and just mosey on out. Like, he owns the place. Well, he knows that I own the place. He needs to know that.
Okay, I'm going to go over and check the fence for prints, hair, other evidence and direction for the creature.
Okay. And Lionel can take you over there too. So I'll give you advantage on the survival check. Anybody else that would like to look for tracks and evidence of it can also roll a survival check.
That's a modded 20.
Okay, Henley's got a 20.
16.
16 for Boudreaux.
17.
17 for Lila.
Natural 20, so 24.
Nice. For Roscoe. Fenrir, you doing anything?
No, he's gonna leave it up to the ranger and the fighter and the barbarian.
Okay, so it's pretty evident that everybody's picking up on this trail. These paws are about a foot big. Like, they're massive. And you can tell, where the claws puncture in. And they puncture the ground almost 3 inches. So this thing,
Like the claw parts?
the claws itself goes into the ground about 3 inches. You can see the puncture in the ground.
How many? Does it look like something we recognize at all?
Let's see.
Can I
Some
roll
of
a
you may
nature
know.
check?
Yes. Those who want to, roll a nature check.
I don't know, honestly, that Roscoe would know a whole lot. He's looking more for signs of, the direction and that sort of stuff versus what it is. Because I know Roscoe knows he's not going to know what it is, but he wants to know where it's going.
Gotcha.
I got a natural 20.
Okay. What is your modifier with that?
+2, so a 22.
Okay. Did anybody else roll? Boudreaux?
17.
17, okay.
Fenrir's interest got piqued as I'm assuming that they started to describe what was kind of going on, and so he's trying to see if he notices, if he's read anything about these sort of creatures, and he rolled a 19.
Awesome. Okay. So all 3 of you have heard of a creature like this. Now that you see the prints, you recognize that you're kind of putting things together. Henley, on the other hand, you remember your dad kind of telling stories of these creatures. There used to be a problem with them back in the old days, that when you guys talked to the Wood Elves, there'd be a lot of problems with these creatures. But since Glendale has come there, the Wood Elves has been kind of keeping these kind of creatures at bay, so they didn't mess with your livestock and stuff, because you trade with them. They protect the livestock a little bit, keep these creatures away, and you kind of give them livestock in return. Kind of like a little give and take. This is an owlbear. They are very ferocious. And it's been a long time since an owlbear has been seen. Like I mentioned, normally the wood elves would keep them back, keep them deeper in the forest so they didn't affect you guys. However, and Veronica mentioned that the wood elves have kind of disappeared. They haven't heard from them for a long time. And now these creatures are showing up again. Your dad has told stories because he's fought one before. Boudreaux, you know of these creatures as well. You've maybe even seen one down in the swamp area and in those areas. Fenrir, you have read about these creatures. They are ferocious. They are, this is mine and I'm keeping it type creatures. They will fight to the death for everything.
Henley takes a step back. It's an owlbear.
Lionel kind of looks at you. An owlbear? Man, those things have been gone for a long time. How could one of those get out? Those elves are supposed to be doing their job and keeping these things away.
Well, your wife said that elves haven't been seen in a very long time.
Yeah, they're probably hiding in their little forest trees.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Nobody passes through a forest of elves without them doing something.
Well, obviously they're not doing their job. If these things are coming out again,
Unless something happened to them.
well, don't know about that, but obviously something's stopping them from doing their job if that's the case.
Well, regardless of whose fault it is, Lionel, we need to go take care of this problem. This owlbear.
Well, you seem to know a little bit. How are you supposed to stop one of these things?
By killing them.
Okay,
Pokey poke.
well, let's go kill them. You seem to know where the tracks are. Let's go.
So while they're doing, discussing that, and I've been looking at those tracks where I rolled that 20, do I see anything more specific kind of pointing in a direction? It's kind of more details or something that I can...
So, Roscoe, from your advantage point, when you were kind of doing some snooping around,
Because I'm low to the ground.
because you're low to the ground,
Okay.
you do notice that there's a big claw mark against one of the trees. And in that claw mark, you see kind of this, kind of a berry type idea. And you kind of look at it, kind of looking around on the trees. You don't really notice any of the trees having this type of berry. It's kind of like a
Blackberry, blueberry, raspberry,
no, it's
A
Boysenberry.
boysenberry.
elderberry.
It's almost like a yellowish green type of berry.
Okay.
You find that in kind of the
Kinda
bark of a tree
in the
where
bark
it's
of-
been clawed.
I was really hoping you would have had where you see the claw mark, you see it written, "My cave is here."
300 meters to the left. And straight
Drawing
on till
arrows so he
morning.
knows how to get back home.
Yes.
Bears do scratch the trees to mark their territory.
That's true.
This one does arrows.
Or the one little...
In fact, the bugbear's name is Arrow.
It's not a bugbear, it's an owlbear.
Whatever.
It's bugging me. That's all I know.
Amen.
Okay. What do you guys do with that information?
I'm going to pull the berry out of the tree, the bark there, and walk over to Lionel and say, just be like, any idea where this comes from? Because it doesn't look to belong to anything here. It was in the markings from the owl bear left back there.
So he grabs it and he starts rolling it in his fingers. And he kind of looks at Henley and he tosses it to Henley. He's like, looks like a Ronin berry.
Yeah, it does. Do you know where these grow in the forest?
I sure do. Used to be one of my favorite hunting grounds. I think I know where this thing is.
Then do you
Time to
think we can
visit
get there
your hunt.
before dark?
We could probably get there by dark. I'm all for it, guys. Are you willing to go into the forest in the dark after this creature?
We're already here.
I guess.
Okay. Let's head on in then.
So while they were having that exchange, Lila The forest it's not her forest, but it reminds her of home a little bit. So she's just gonna start casually meandering in and humming to herself a little bit.
Okay.
Not too far in, so like they could yell at her if they need to, but just kind of wandering.
Okay. As they head in, do you kind of notice and follow them, or are you kind of wandering in your own direction?
I think that somebody would have to get my attention in order to steer me back.
Fair enough. So you guys get together and you guys start heading in. I think it'd be obvious that somebody would notice that Lila's not with you at the moment.
Not I.
God, I said the fox.
Okay, so I guess you guys continue on.
Who's not with us?
Me.
Lila.
Oh, she wandered off on her own, right?
I just started meandering into the forest.
Oh, okay.
Kind of just checking things out.
I think I'm right on Lionel's heels, so I didn't notice that she went off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where's Lila?
Oh, it was-
Hmm?
she's not. Oh dear.
Lila! I think I can hear her. I'm gonna go after her.
Okay.
We
so-
can't let her get away like Henley did.
Oh yeah, you're right. We better catch her.
Okay.
Lionel, let's stop him and get Lila.
Okay, it's pretty easy to find her. She didn't wander off too far.
Lila, what were you thinking of wandering off by yourself?
I guess I wasn't. Sorry.
Do you know these parts?
Not this particular part, no. But I kind of grew up in forests and stuff, so trees, undergrowth. It's like home.
Me too.
Mid drink.
Not for.
Sorry.
I
But-
grew up here, so
Anyway, I think we're going on an owlbear hunt, huh?
Going on a bear hunt, huh?
We're losing daylight.
Sorry, Lionel.
Let's go.
Let's go. Sorry.
Okay.
Roscoe, I can't tell. I've heard those were creature type things have like hair and stuff on them. I can't tell if Lionel has that same stature. Do you think he's kind of like that? Think he's a were creature and he's one of these owlbear things? I mean, he said he liked to get rough and tough with people.
I mean, I suppose it's possible. I have absolutely no idea what an owlbear is. But it's possible. Just maybe keep an eye on him as we keep going.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Just you're taller than I am, so it's easier for you to move around in here. Maybe keep an eye on him a little bit, and if you see anything suspicious, let me know, and we'll reevaluate.
Okay.
Henley is like, I imagine that she and Lionel are like co-oping this. Like Henley sees a footprint, and then Lionel's like, "Yeah, that's the right way." And
Yeah, I think you guys are focused enough, and the majority of you are good at survival checks and tracking, that it's pretty easy. Lionel's leading you the direction, and every time you find evidence of some big creature coming through, it seems to be going in the direction that he's expecting where this creature lives. It is starting to get dark.
Is anybody gonna shush me about that time? Because I'm
No.
gonna keep humming.
no,
No, I'm distracted by it.
All right.
Hypnotized.
me and Lionel are just focused up front, leading the way.
How far behind is Lila? Is she kind
Well,
of near the back of the line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she obviously is wanting to go find this thing, but she's also just happy to be in a forest again. And
Kind of enjoying the scenery, enjoying
Yeah.
the smell.
yeah, and Garotha knows that it's the Hiltador forest. So it's not her part of the forest or her part of Hiltador, but it's close enough to home or part of home that she's not fighting Lila on this too much.
Gotcha. Is the humming kind of more softer, or is it pretty loud?
No, it's going to be softer because she's
Okay.
doing it more for herself than anybody else.
Gotcha. So if somebody was like 5 feet away, they could hear it, but any farther.
Probably not.
Okay, perfect. That's what I needed to know. Thank you. It is starting to get dark. You do Lionel seems a little more edgy, almost like, oh, we're getting close. Like he's the excitement of the hunt is starting to get to him.
Lionel, are we getting close?
I think so. We're getting close to where the Ronin trees like to group together. I think we're getting close.
Henley turns back to everyone and's like, we're getting close. Quiet and sneak.
So you guys start sneaking along. Can I have some stealth checks, please?
And fan out so that we're not one target.
Had a 19.
19 for Roscoe,
Got a 17.
17 for Lila,
16.
16 for Boudreaux,
16 for Henley.
16 for Henley,
13.
13 for Fenrir.
Halfling wins.
Solid. Lionel isn't that quiet. He's actually making kind of rustling noise. You can see he's getting very anxious, almost like a dog waiting for the command just to go after.
Point.
Point. He's like, stay, go. He's just anxious. He's just rearing to go. So he's not being super quiet. You can tell he's like trying, but you can tell he's standing up straight. He's almost prowling towards this location.
Lionel. Are you okay?
It's been a long time since I've been on one of these hunts, especially if it's a creature like this. That head's going to look real good on my wall.
Key it down a little.
I can just smell it.
Key it down a little.
You know,
You just see him kind of do like a sly grin, and you guys just keep going. Eventually, you can still see light through the trees, but for the humans and those humans and Roscoe, it is getting difficult to see. Everybody else can still see pretty good. But there's a smell in the air, almost like a rotten meat. It's been sitting out for days. You guys eventually come to, and you see a bunch of trees. Roscoe, you start noticing some of these trees have those little berries that you have. Lionel kind of stops the group, and he's like, I think it's dead ahead of us. You can smell it.
I take one of the berries and eat it.
I don't know if Ronin berries are edible or poisonous or not.
Today they are.
I don't know.
Okay, rowan berries are dangerous because they contain a specific toxin. They can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and excessive salivation.
Things just got interesting.
All right.
I regret nothing.
Okay. So you're kind of munching on it. You're trying to get the taste of it. It does not taste very good. And it has just a nasty taste. You can kind of feel your stomach, like, as you're chewing it and the juices are kind of going down your throat. Your stomach is not liking it. It's just like, oh, berry danger, berry danger.
Berry danger.
You feel your mouth starting to get really watery and salivating a lot.
I
It's
wipe
kind of an unpleasant feeling.
my drool and I'm like, and I want to take a little pouch of the berries.
Okay, yeah.
So apparently they're not poisonous if you cook them,
Good to know.
but if you eat them raw, they cause the things I said.
One
Nifty.
small pouch of berry.
Rowan berries.
So you guys continue sneaking up. Give me another stealth check.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's
So
funny because
24.
natural 20.
Twin buds.
We're gonna be sneakies.
9.
Okay.
14.
14.
Hey, me too. 14.
Hey, 14 buds.
We're still distracted from hunting earlier.
Lionel's rolls are fitting in with his character because he rolled a 1.
Oof.
On
How close are we to
purpose.
Lionel?
Yeah. So you guys are getting closer, and you suddenly hear kind of ruffling and almost screeching noises a little bit. Lionel hears this, and he just takes off, and he's screaming.
Lionel, wait!
And
Is
he
it like
heads
a
up.
war cry?
It's a war cry.
Garatha's gonna whisper. It's a pretty good war cry.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
8. You stole my good rolls already.
Me too. Booger's got a higher dex than I do, so.
13. 4?
Lila?
3.
Fenrir?
17.
Nice.
The tall people for the win. 13 for Henley.
Okay, you hear Lionel give out this roar, and he's running through the forest. You also hear a roar back.
Is it in the same direction?
Yeah, it's going the same direction that he's coming, that Lionel's heading to. This roar is like a screech, almost like a bird, but with low undertones. Like an owl, you could say.
Mixed with a bear.
You're not going to demonstrate, are you?
No.
Ooh.
And now we've met
That is the best. Yay!
Gollum.
Yeah, now it's an angry golem.
Gollum with the elvish rope around his neck.
He's taking off us.
Okay. Okay, as that roar happens, you hear a sickening and a screech from the beast again. As you guys come running through the thing, you see Lionel is engaged with this thing. This owlbear, it is kind of dark, but everybody can still see. This thing's about 9 feet tall on all fours. The thing's massive. The face is very owl-like, so it has that owl unibrow type idea. It has the pointed ears, and it's kind of feathery at the beginning, but as it goes back, it turns into kind of a fur feather mix. And you can see these claws. They're just massive claws. They're like 5 inches long as it swings at Lionel. Okay, Fenrir. What do you do?
Is there like a grove of trees around us?
There is lots of trees around you, yes.
Can I climb up one of the trees using, will that be an action or my movement speed?
Your movement speed.
Okay, can I climb up 35? Well, let's go.
It's half. Your
It'll be
movement to
half
Oh,
your
half.
movement speed.
Okay, then I will climb 15 feet up into the tree
Okay.
and aim my crossbow at the owlbear.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
possible?
Yeah. Yep. That's good.
Do I need to roll like a strength check or a...
I'll kind of give it to you since you're a
dexterity.
wood elf, and you
Okay.
can find kind of familiar climbing trees and whatnot. I'll give it to you.
Does a 22 hit
That is a hit.
and 9 damage?
Okay, you hit your bolt flies true, hits it kind of in the shoulder area. Doesn't seem to be phased by it. It's more focused on Lionel. Henley, you are up. You come through. You see Fenrir go up a tree. You see Lionel hand-to-hand combat with this thing. Except Lionel has a battle axe.
Okay, I am going to firebolt it.
Ooh.
Spell time!
Spell time.
So I hurl a mote of fire at a creature or the object within range.
Okay, roll for it.
10?
10 is a miss.
Okay.
Okay. You throw this firebolt, and it just goes wide. But it lights up everything as it goes past and kind of fizzles out on the tree. As it goes past, you can just see bones and half-eaten carcasses everywhere. This place reeks of death. It's almost really hard to breathe.
To stomach it.
Right. Almost like if you got any closer, you're going to throw up. Okay, it's the owlbear's turn. And it's going to keep going after Lionel. And it misses. Lionel's able to bounce out of the way. Roscoe!
How far am I?
You're probably about 30 feet away from the owlbear.
I'm going to be just a little reserved for a minute. Something I've never seen before. And, 4 times my height once it stands up. So I'm a little nervous. So I'm going to throw one of my daggers at it.
Okay, go for it.
16.
16 is a hit.
8 damage.
Nice.
Maxed.
Max damage. Okay, kind of same thing that happened to Fenrir's arrow. Doesn't seem to phase it. You don't draw its attention with that blow. Boudreaux.
I would like to take my blowgun
Okay.
along with a dart and dip it into my beetle juice,
Okay.
the tip, and then I don't know how many turns that'll take, but then blow it at the owlbear.
That can be one turn. I'm fine with that.
Okay,
We'll
so
just say it takes your bonus action and your action to do all that.
perfect. 15.
That's a hit.
That is 4 for the so 5 in total.
Okay.
4
Same
of
idea.
that being poison.
Okay. Same idea. Doesn't seem to be noticed it. Lila.
I'm going to move 15 feet closer to it, and then I'm going to throw one of my hand axes at it.
Okay.
That's 17.
That's a hit.
That's a 10 damage.
Nice. So this thing is starting to look very bloody, very beaten up. It is now Lionel's turn, and he's enjoying this. You can tell he's just loving this, seeing this creature and fighting this creature. He does hit as he swings his battle axe, but his battle axe doesn't hit quite right and gives low damage to it as it skims off, but still doing damage. Fenrir.
Just kind of surveying the scene as I'm up here watching all this take place. How is Lionel looking? Like, is he...
He hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, okay. Then I will aim my crossbow and try to hit the owlbear again.
Go for it.
Does a 15 hit?
That is a hit.
10 damage.
Very, very nice.
And then I'd like to use my Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
for Lionel.
Ooh.
And I am going to call out to Lionel. I'm going to say, Lionel, this owlbear has been terrorizing your town. This is your chance to use that rough and tumble in order to destroy this guy who's been terrorizing. Take out all that anger that you have against the Trigrovan, against all the people who have wronged you in your life. Attack.
Sick 'em.
He gives out a loud, just another war cry. He appreciated it. You're a fiend in the fuel. Henley, what doest thou?
I pull out my longbow.
Do you have a longbow anymore?
I don't.
You don't have a longbow.
Never mind.
You have 2 pieces of a longbow.
It's true.
I roll my eyes at that. No, I'll just firebolt it again.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a 18.
That's a hit. I don't know if anybody's missed this creature yet. You guys have been destroying it. Oh, the very first time, huh?
I mean, he's 9 feet tall.
Oh, he's huge. He doesn't have that high of an AC.
1.
1 damage.
Juan.
Hits him
The
and
one time I hit, 1 damage.
it's almost like a sparkler that you throw at it. It is now the owlbear's turn. With a big swipe of its paw, it nails him right in the chest. Boom, pinning him down to the ground. And you see the owlbear just go after him with its beak. It's not a pretty sight.
Wait.
Is he unconscious
Not a
or
pretty
dead?
sight, as in.
As in, the owlbear's taking him apart.
Like, we should be really worried right now.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah.
Roscoe!
Lionel.
Well, is he dead or is he unconscious?
You can very well assume that he's dead.
No.
Savage. Still not 100% sure what happened to Lionel. I'm just like, well, crap, someone's got to get in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to run up.
Okay.
And I'm going to bust out the glaive.
Glaive me.
It's all about to happen right now.
Is it?
No, that's a 9.
That's a miss.
But I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
That's even worse. That's a 7.
7. So action surge gave you that extra attack.
Correct.
And you get that every now and after every short or long rest, right?
Yes.
Boudreaux, then Lila.
I do command.
Okay.
I say stop.
And it needs to know your language, right?
Oh
I
gosh.
need to understand.
This always happened to me. Let's see. But yes.
Okay. So it's tearing Lionel apart, and you just yell, stop, and it looks right at you. and does its loud screech again. Did you have anything else you want to do?
Well, a bonus action.
Okay.
Prepare for impact.
Okay. So you use your bonus action to prepare. Clench the cheeks.
I clench.
Okay. Lila.
Seeing that, I'm going to rage.
Rage.
I'm going to move within the distance for me to attack with my
Great axe.
great axe.
Okay. You got to get within 5 feet of
5
it.
feet. Yep.
Mhm. So right next to it, right in its grill.
That's okay. 25.
That's a hit.
That's 9 damage.
Nice. Okay, this creature's not looking very well, but with that damage, kind of takes its eyes off of Boudreaux, and it's now focused on Lila.
Good. That's where I want it.
Right here.
You're welcome, Boudreaux.
Lionel is down. Fenrir.
So Fenrir is taken back a little bit because he's seen, Lionel go in. He rushed into the battle. He was kind of dodging his attacks. So he's thinking, okay, we just need to help take this thing down. But then now he realizes how really strong this creature is, because he's only really read about it in books, and this is kind of like his first encounter with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's going to try and cast Bane.
Ooh.
So spell time.
Spell time.
Bane, up to 3 creatures of your choice, so that's just the owlbear, within range, so within 30 feet, must make a charisma saving throw. Whenever a target that fails a saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4, subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw.
Okay, and what does he have to beat?
13.
13. He has a negative to his charisma.
Ooh.
He fails. Henley, it is now your turn.
I firebolt it because I can't do much else.
You got your swords. You could go poke it.
I'm not going to go poke it. It's huge.
Haven't you ever heard don't go poke the bear?
Stabby, stabby.
You could stabby stabby with a sticky sticky.
Is it a
I
sticky
rolled-
stick or is it?
It's a sticky stick. A pointy sticky stick.
It's only sticky stick if you put a little spider web on it, though.
No, I guess that's true.
She should probably run through one. It's fine.
So maybe it's just a pokey stick.
No, maybe she
I
still has
rolled
some
a 14.
That's a hit.
stuff. Are we leaving?
3 damage.
3 damage. So this beast is looking at Lila. Goes after her.
Don't kill me, please, David.
With its 2 attacks.
Oh my
Does
God.
a 17 hit?
It does.
Did you minus Bane?
Oh.
Oh, good. It's gonna miss.
Ha. 16.
It's a meat.
Okay. Dice off.
I
rolled a 15.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, so the first attack hits, and the second attack did miss. It makes a bite attack at you, but you're able to dodge that one,
Okay.
and then it swipes its claws at you. It miscalculates because you're on the smaller side after it's been facing. So it deals
Don't sound so disappointed,
10
David.
damage on that.
That's low damage.
Can I be in like the middle, like of it, like swiping and missing from one and doing just like a roar type of thing, like ah, like, and then he just like punches me to like not to the ground, but just like swipes at me again,
Yeah.
or bites me.
And you do get to half that because you are raging, correct?
Yes.
So you get a half that, so you get 5.
I'm just annoyed at that point.
Okay, Rasco.
Okay, let's go.
You can tell this thing is getting weary, but it still has a lot of fight in it
Okay. I'm gonna
for its ferocity.
hit it with the glaive again. Good thing I got luck. 'Cause that was a 1. 19.
That is a hit. How do you kill it?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, so do you want me to roll the damage?
He had 1 left.
Oh, okay. So I'm like probably just to the left of Lila. I got my glaive out, and I'm just gonna stick it like straight up through the jaw.
Ooh.
Because I'm underneath it, because I'm itty bitty. So I'm gonna just go and kind of go up straight up through the skull.
Okay. So as it kind of turns towards Lila and swipes it, it gives you the perfect moment to do that. Just shove your glaive right through its skull. And it goes, and then it just falls. Kind of taking you with it.
And I go with it. Yeah, and I'm dangling 3 feet in the air.
Just hanging by it.
Just like hanging on my glaive. Like, hey guys, I think we beat it.
I immediately run up to Lionel to see if he still has a pulse.
Me as well, except for
Somebody tall want to
when
lift
it's
me
my
down.
turn. Let me know.
I'm at this point, I'm still mad and I'm raging, and I'm gonna say through clenched teeth, "You stole my kill," and I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. You two, Boudreaux and Henley, go check on Lionel. He's dead.
So I kneel next to him and I go, "Thank you for what you done, and I know your family will be proud of you. Kundas, please take him." And I spray some holy swamp water on him.
Okay. Kind of moments of reverence. Okay.
Henley just starts walking back home.
Okay.
Boudreaux looks back at her, but just stays where he is at.
I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna drop from my dangling position, pull out my glaive, recover my dagger, and then I just want to do a quick check of the area and see if there's any evidence that there might be more than one, or if this is kind of, because I don't know if I don't know these guys, so I don't know if they nest in groups or if they kind of are one-on-ones or something like that. So I just want to do a quick check and see if there's any sort of sight that there might be another one.
So you do kind of roam the area. It wasn't too far from its den. But smells gross. If you want to get close to its den, you're going to have to roll a Constitution saving throw to not throw up because of how wrecked. But you would think with all the noise that you've been making that if there was another one around, it probably would have came.
Reasonable. Cool.
So after I walk probably 10 feet away, I'm gonna calm down and my rage is gonna stop, and I'm gonna think rationally. Walk back and get my hand axe.
Okay.
How big is the head?
9-foot creature. Head is probably about, what'd you guys say, 3 feet big?
So almost as big as me.
Pretty much.
So what I want to do, it's probably not something I can do, but what I want to do, because obviously at this point I probably realize after seeing what happened over here with Boudreaux and Henley just walking away, I know that Lionel wanted the head on the wall, and it's not probably something that Veronica wants, but I want to decapitate it and take the head back.
Okay. You're able to do that.
Cool.
Few good swings in it because it's a thick neck.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to get the head.
Very barbarian of you.
Well, and it's what Lionel wanted, so
In honor of his memory.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
we need to take his body. Somebody needs to take his
Yeah,
body back.
well, that's what I was just about to say. I was gonna look at Boudreaux and Fenrir and be like, we can't leave him here.
Is it possible for me to use a healing spell not to bring him back, but to make him look better?
I would say that you need living tissue, like something alive
To do that?
to use that spell.
Okay.
There'd probably be something like mending at this point, maybe.
Mending doesn't work on flesh, though.
Yeah. So,
But I mean, you could probably use some water to clean them up, maybe.
I want to do something to make him look better that I can.
Okay,
More presentable.
because you can try and use water to clean them up a little bit. Because the wounds are still fresh, so the blood is still moist, so it's easy to wash away.
Yeah. Then I'll clean him up to the best of my ability.
Okay.
And assuming I have spare cloth, if that's okay.
Yeah. why not?
I'd
If
like
you
to
don't,
wrap.
I'll give you some.
Yeah, I'd like to wrap him, like his wounds mostly,
Okay.
just so they're not open and
All right. Okay. You're able to do that. That's
Okay.
fine.
I'm,
It'll take you a little bit. Henley's
she's gone.
she's gone
I'm gonna
Again.
use
again.
take off my cloak and tie it to my glaive so that
Okay.
we can move the body onto it and kind of use the glaive as to drag it back to this
Oh, okay.
area a little bit. I'll obviously need some help, like someone else to help.
Right.
pull
And there's
it.
long tree branches and stuff that you could try and make some kind of
Jimmy rig
makeshift
something.
cart type idea.
Boudreaux will help as well.
Okay.
Henley only went like 90 feet away
Okay.
and slows to a really, really slow walk.
Okay. So you guys are able to got the owlbear head, Lila, and the rest of you are trying kind of taking turns or together, weaving them in between the trees. It is very dark. You do hear noises of other animals and stuff like that, but they seem to be staying away. They see the head of the owlbear and they're like, "Ooh, no, don't mess with that group." And you guys are able to get out. I'm assuming you're going to take the body to Veronica. And I think we're going to end it there as you guys walk into her office. Or, of course, knock. But I think we're going to end it there. Thank you guys for listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Another melancholy kind of episode, but it happens in adventure sometimes. Check out our show notes for information on how to contact us through email or through our socials. Big shout out to D.A. Nichols, writes our music, phenomenal musician. And just the other day, she wrote us a new song just out of the blue, so can't wait to use that one. I am your Dungeon Master Dave, and to the right we have...
Fenrir.
Roscoe?
Garathan Lila.
Boudreaux.
And Henley.
And join us next time as we unroll the scroll to tell the tale. Bye!